He's not even as good as Dirk Nowitzki was. I mean, it's two different players. Like, Dirk was never in the paint. Like, yeah, Dirk is your more traditional, like all the stuff you talked about, soft, finesse, doesn't play defense. That's Dirk. That's more Dirk than Jokic. I think you're using some of the stuff that we gave Dirk and putting it on Jokic. Jokic is not Dirk. Jokic is tougher. I think low key, he's I don't even think it's low key. I think high key, he's more skilled than Dirk. What can Dirk do that Jokic can't? He could shoot. Dirk is probably a better shooter from long distance, but everything else is Jokic. Everything else, if we're looking at it, if we're comparing Dirk Nowitzki to Nikola Jokic, the difference, the edge I would give to Dirk is only long-range shooting. And even that's a wash because wasn't Jokic shooting 40% from three? Like, let's look it up on the screen here. Wasn't he shooting 40% from fucking three? Like, yeah, put some respect on this man, Jokic. 38% from three. 35% for his career. Like, this dude, he shot 40% his third year in the league. Like, nah, he's yeah, I'll give Dirk the edge in shooting threes. That's about it. Everything else. Dirk didn't have handle. Jokic got handle. Dirk wasn't really, he got better in the paint later in his career. Jokic been bully balling for the last 4 years. So I don't know, man. I think we're putting a lot of the Euro stuff on Jokic. And while I think early in his career, you could have gotten away with that, I think over the last 3 to 4 years, nah, he's him. Dirk has that dog in him. If he didn't get that chip, would you still say he had that dog in him? If he didn't get that one chip, or I'll phrase it better. Before he won that one chip, did you feel he had that dog in him? Because a lot of us were not saying that before he got that one chip. You talking about he wouldn't last in the early 2000s or the 90s? He played like a traditional big. He played like a 90s big that night. I think, do we have the shot chart? Let's see if we had that shot chart. He was going crazy in the paint, dogs. This is Denver. Yep. Jokic. Look where he's eating. Look where he's eating. He's eating in the paint. This is paint. This is where Jokic was eating at when he's putting up a 50 piece. This is 2000s. This is 90s. Getting work in the paint. So I don't know, Boogie Down. Like, yes, I think your argument is for the Jokic a couple of years ago when he was winning MVPs, right? Like, I think that's where your point about he wouldn't last in the early 2000s or the 90s. I think that was the case years ago. I don't know in 2023 if that's still the case.